What's up? Good morning and War Eagle War Report family. You got Ike Jones. We're back with another morning drop. Today it is Facts or Not Friday, and we are getting into this thing, Music City Bowl style. Y'all know how we do right here, War Report style. Let's drop it on them.
You are now listening to the War Report. Drop.
Morning drop. It is Friday, December the 29th. Hopefully everyone is having a great week. You got Ike Jones. We are here back with another morning drop. Today, Facts or Not Friday. So hopefully you are ready to get your questions in here, Facts or Not style, and I will get to them as quickly as I can before we get into all of the proceedings. Make sure you're doing the necessary by sharing the video. I appreciate all the shares that you guys continuously give us. Make sure that you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I'm not going to belabor the point, man. I'm going to get straight into it. Facts or Not, we always do the questions from Twitter first, so I appreciate everybody who submits questions over on Twitter. We'll get into the top 5 Twitter questions before we get into your questions here in the live chat. So go ahead and put your Facts or Not questions in the live chat, and we will make sure we get to those in short order. Yeah, let's get straight to it, man. We got Twitter top 5 here. We'll start it off with Abe Froman, who is tweeting at Drew Eagle, excuse me. He says, Facts or Not, Payton Thorne throws 0 interceptions in the Music City Bowl. I don't know. I think the answer to this is going to be nah. I think he will throw 1 interception in this game, and that's not because I think Payton Thorne's not a good quarterback. I just think that that's just something that Maryland's been doing all years, forcing turnovers, interceptions in particular. So, I do think that he will throw at least 1 in this game. I hope that it's not the case because I need Auburn to win the turnover battle in this game. But yeah, I think that he will throw at least 1 interception, unfortunately, in this one. Let's see. Next up, we have Stuart Donald, who is tweeting at Stuart Donald, who says, Facts or Not, Auburn will have 2 players rush for over 100 yards. Whoo, 2 players over 100 yards. I'm going to go nah on this one. I don't see 2 players doing it. If it's going to be 2 players, I think it would be Jarquez Hunter and Payton Thorne. I can't see 2 running backs doing it in this game. I just don't think that we're going to have enough. If we have 2 players rush for over 100 yards, we are absolutely destroying. I don't see a way that you have 200 rushing yards split amongst 2 different players, and Auburn is not dismantling Maryland in this game. I do think that we could have 1 player over 100, another one come close, but I don't think 2. I'm going to go nah on that one. Let's go to number 3 here, who is Ephesians 2:8-9, tweeting at Ephesians 2:2 Ephesians _2 who says, Facts or Nah, 7 or more different players record a catch in this game. 7 different players recording a catch. Let's think about that for a second. We'll definitely have a tight end catch in this game. I think we're going to throw to a running back in this game. So the question is, do we have 5 different receivers, multiple running backs, and multiple tight ends, or 4 different receivers? I think we will have 3 receivers record a catch in this game. So I'm up to 5. So multiple running backs and multiple tight ends. I'm going to go nah. I'm going to go nah on this one. I think we'll get to 6. I don't think we're going to get to 7. I'm going to go nah. I'll go nah on that one. Chris Causey, our guy, War Damn Eagle, Chris Causey, tweeting at Causey Can, says, Facts or Nah, we get some Holden Geriner action in the second half. Ooh, it's either going really well or really poorly if this happens. I'm going to go for the really well, and I'm going to say facts on this one. Holden Geriner gets his opportunity in this game to throw a few. Yeah, sure. Facts on this. because I want it to be because I want it to be so. It shall be so. So facts on this one. Holden Geriner get some action in this game. Uh, Last one here from Christopher P, who is tweeting at because my vision is so terrible. He hell. I like the Twitter handle at he hell, who says Factional Auburn wins the Trans Perfect Music City Bowl tomorrow. I'm gonna go facts on this one. Big dubs for Auburn in Auburn North. Jordan Hare North is right around the corner. We'll have a second Jordan Hare North taking over. I'm gonna go facts on this one. That Auburn is gonna get this dub tomorrow. Um, let's make it happen, Auburn family. Let's make it happen. So I'm gonna go facts on this one. All right, that's it for the Twitter questions. A lot of good Twitter questions. I appreciate everybody who made a submission. Get them in here in the comment section. If you didn't get yours on Twitter, enter. We'll try to get to it right now. But as always, Factional is brought to you, well, really every morning drop, brought to you by the good folks over at the Rogue Shop. Make sure you head to rogueshop.com. Use code RAPPORT when you do. Get a little something off your purchase. America's #1 online dispensary is Rogue Shop. Sleep, stress, pain, anxiety. Rogue Shop's got a remedy. Head over there using code RAPPORT. It lets them know the War Report sent you. Get a little something off your purchase. And we appreciate you all supporting the people who support the War Report so we can keep doing War Report things. Let's get over into the comments section, see what you guys are talking about today on this lovely Friday, Factional Friday, Music City Bowl edition. I get us kicked off here in the comments section with my guy, Charles Allen, who says, facts or not, does Jarquez Hunter get his 1,000 yards for the season? I think the answer to this one is going to be facts. I think Auburn is going to find a way to get Jarquez Hunter the ball, and he's going to get 100+ rushing yards. I think he needs like 130-something yards. That's all the more reason why I don't think we have two 100-yard rushers. I think Jarquez Hunter is going to get enough touches that he's going to get his, and I don't think that there's going to be enough to go around. I don't think Payton Thorne gets another 100 unless Payton Thorne breaks. Payton Thorne's going to have to break a long Georgia style 50-60 yard situation and then not take a bunch of sacks, and then accumulate the other 30 or 40 to 50 yards he needs through the other 10 rushes that he has in the game. But the sacks, I think, is the reason why Payton Thorne doesn't get there. But yeah, I think Jarquez will get there. Facts. We'll go with that one. AU in the USMC says Factional Coach Hugh Freeze lands a #1 class within 5 years. Oh, #1 class. I'll go nah. Top 5 for sure. I don't know that he lands #1 overall class. That's going to be difficult to do. I'll go nah on the #1 overall class for Coach Hugh Freeze. Marcus Holland says Factional Batty gets a touchdown return. Ooh. I'll go nah. I don't think they're going to kick it to him. I don't think that they will give him the opportunity to do it. I will go nah on this one. Yeah, I just don't think they're going to kick the ball to him. Don't think it's going to happen. Reeves Uppercut says Factional Holden throws a touchdown pass. Ooh, I do think Holden gets into the game. Throwing a touchdown pass for Holden. Depends on how early he gets into the game, because I think that's gonna be by virtue of what the score is and how many possessions he has an opportunity to go out there and do it. He'll need at least 3 possessions probably, because if he only has 1 possession, then it likely will not be a touchdown thrown in that possession. If he gets 2 possessions, maybe, but he'll be turning around, handing the ball off quite a bit. He'll need to be up by multiple scores at that point. I'm going to go nah. I'll say nah, he doesn't throw a touchdown pass in this game. Walker White jumps in saying facts or nah, not pertaining to the game, but Auburn signs with Nike. I think Under Armour is going to make a really big push here. They don't have a lot of schools left. The only large schools still left in their portfolio are Notre Dame and Auburn. I think Under Armour is going to come through with a big a big number. I think they're going to come through with a big number to try to keep Auburn retained as their client. But Auburn's going with Nike, man. Facts, Auburn's going to go with Nike. Screw it. Facts and all, Riley M says, Facts and all, we lose more than 6 players to the portal after the weekend. Ooh, this is a good question. Some of these players wait until the bowl game before they hop in the portal. 6 or more, though. I'm assuming you mean like immediately after this weekend, not just between this weekend and the end of spring, because that would be a definite fact if we're talking about out to the end of spring. Some guys that are sitting on the bench, not getting a lot of playing time, reading the handwriting on the wall. 6 or more. Trying to think through the roster real fast, honestly. To try to think if I can think of 6 players who I think are likely to hop into the portal. I'm gonna go nah on this one. Actually, I don't think we lose more than 6 or more players. I can't think of a bunch of them, which I mean that doesn't mean that I'm right on that one because it's just probably some people I can't think of. But if we do, they're gonna be guys who probably didn't have a chance to see in the field. So yeah, I'm gonna go nah on this one. I'll go nah. Skip with Rodney Trone, who says Faction Payton throws for over 200 yards. Over 200. Wow. Over 200. He hasn't thrown for over 200 in any Power 5 game this season, has he? Huh. Ugh, I'm going to go nah. I hate to say that, but I'm going to go nah. I don't think he's done it at all this season. I don't think that this is the game. Maryland's got a pretty good secondary. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to go nah on this. Oh, no. Stuart Donald with a Faxonal saying Faxonal Auburn scores a non-offensive touchdown. I'll go facts on this one. I think we're due for another non-offensive touchdown in this game. Got the new quarterback in there. Gives you a gift, late Christmas gift for a pick 6 on this one. Yeah, I'll go facts on this one. I think we get a late Christmas gift. Knox Cleveland, facts or not, Auburn pulls away late in this game and wins by 10 or more. I think Auburn wins by 10 plus in this game. Late or not, I'll go facts with this one. I just think the new QB thing, like I think Auburn's going to struggle early in this game to move the football. Just trying to figure it out, what they're doing defensively. But yeah, I think Auburn's gonna and for Holden Geriner to get in the game, like I said, I think that this needs to happen. That we're gonna win by more than 10, and I don't think it needs to be a late pull, them pulling away late to do that. So I will go with facts that we win by more than 10, but pulling away late, I think it's earlier than that. So, yeah. Chris S. Faxonal, 100-yard receiver or 2 receiving touchdowns by a pass catcher. Facts that one of these things will happen. I think it's more likely that it's 2 receiving touchdowns by a single pass catcher. I think it's going to be Rivaldo Fairweather getting 2 touchdown receptions. Valdo, 2 TDs in this game, baby. Let's go. Let's see here. Ooh, this is Holden hits the portal after the game. It's not even a fax or nah. I don't think so. I don't think Holden goes to the portal at all. I think he's right where he wants to be right now as far as solidified as QB2. And if Peyton Thorne is not the guy, Holden is going to be the guy. So I think Holden is good. The only thing that would have made Holden go to the transfer portal is them going to the portal to get a quarterback themselves, which they have not and don't seem to be doing. So I think that Holden Geriner is good right where he is, and he will still be here unless, again, they go to the portal some kind of way between now and then. Let's see here. Jordan Martin says, Faxonal Batty gets his first TD. Well, Batty's already scored a touchdown this season, so no. That's nah, he's not, because he's already done that. Can't score your first touchdown in this game since he's already done it in a previous game. Let's see here. Any other facts are not out here? Jordan Martin again says, Factional, does Freeze feel the pressure of getting a portal QB if PT plays absolutely horrible tomorrow? Good one. If PT plays horribly tomorrow, does he feel the pressure to go out and get a portal QB? I'm going to say no. I think that he still is going to say to himself that it's going to be a product of, not having all the weapons that he needs around him and not having time to really get into this new playbook. I mean, when you say absolutely horrible, it makes me feel like, he's throwing like 3 or 4 interceptions in the game and all that kind of stuff. And I just don't think that Payton Thorne is too risk averse to have that kind of game. He is not the kind of guy that just like if for Payton Thorne to have a multiple interception game, it's gonna have to be like end of the half Hail Mary and then another like just kind of ill-timed interception type of situation. He just doesn't put the ball in harm's way frequently enough for me to feel like that he is going to have a horrible game. Like the worst game I think that he's played all season would either be probably the Texas A&M game. So I could see something like that where he's just kind of off the mark, but they pulled him in that game, right? And I think if he has that kind of game, they're going to pull him and put Holden in. And then if Holden subsequently comes in and doesn't play well, that might be the reason that you say, okay, maybe we do need to go to the portal. But I think it would have to be both of those quarterbacks playing horribly. Payton Thorne playing badly enough that Holden Geriner comes in and needs to come in relief duty. And then Holden not playing well in relief duty as well. So I don't think that I foresee that scenario happening. So that would be the only thing that I think that puts any sort of pressure to go out there to the portal. And I don't think that happens. So I'm going to go nah with that one. Let's see. Saw another one I wanted to get in here. Daniel Moultrie says, Factional Jarquez pulls up to the game in cowboy boots. Big facts. He's in Nashville. He probably has had cowboy boots on the whole weekend anyway. He is definitely going to be in cowboy boots for this game. There is no doubt in my mind. That is like asking, am I breathing oxygen right now? Keith says, Factional Thorne throws multiple interceptions in the bowl game. He's a turnover machine. Again, I think it's possible that he throws multiple interceptions. I don't agree that he's a turnover machine, though. I don't know that the facts substantiate turnover machine from Payton Thorne. If you go back and look at all the interceptions that he's had on the season, 3 or 4 of those are that type of scenario, like I said, where it was like an end of the half Hail Mary. And so, again, not all turnovers are made the same. So it's not just looking at the statistics by themselves. Could he have multiple turnovers in this game? Possibly. But, yeah, I don't think I agree that he's a turnover machine. I think the number of turnovers he's had in his career, like when you look at turnovers to interception to turnover ratio, I think he's actually been pretty decent for his entire career. So, yeah, I don't agree. Turnover machine, nah on this one. Didn't mean to hit that one. Let's see. I don't see any other additional facts or not in here that I want to go through. That's it. All right, we'll get out of here, man. I appreciate you guys dropping in with me as always. Make sure that you are sharing the video, all that kind of stuff. But head to the Rogue Shop, and when they are the sponsors of today's Facts or Not, appreciate them for continuing to sponsor the morning drops. Before you get out of here, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the content with somebody. We'll be back at you guys tomorrow with the pregame. And we'll be in Nashville as well. So we got a lot of great things happening for you guys. Make sure you're rocking with us tomorrow, and we will get you all of that game day coverage that you love from the War Report. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel before you get out of here. Love y'all. Peace and War Eagle. be back at you guys later. Holla.